despite the possibility that other mosque-goers might feel uncomfortable. Since then, it has grown through word of mouth to include other LGBT Muslims. Why was it important to have these sessions in the mosque, given that it can attract some controversy?
The significance of the mosque is symbolic. The point is that they don't feel alienated from the house of God.
What do you do in these sessions?
We don't put any expectations on them when they come. They have to dress us in a way or anything like that. The idea is for them to come as they are. Their intention is to get connected to God. So what I try to do is provide that connection through reading of the text of the Quran.
Do people sort of think that it's a sort of conversion therapy, that this is some way to fix them?
There has been instances where people ask me, like, what exactly am I doing with them? Because they think I'm trying to make them straight. I can't change their orientation. I can't change who they are. That's not up to me, no matter how much I try.
Are they looking for acceptance from the Muslim community?
Perhaps on some level, but what they want, first and foremost, because they come to the mosque, the acceptance that they are looking for is from God. That's the point of these sessions, to tell them that you already are accepted by God.
This really hasn't been an easy documentary to do. Trying to deal with the complicated relationship between homosexuality and religion. Listening to deeply personal stories of families struggling with acceptance. I'm grateful to everyone who shared their stories with us. Listening to them, I'm even more certain that there are no easy answers when it comes to LGBT issues. But I really hope this show can help those in a similar situation navigate the fault line.
Next time on Japan Hour.
ご存知京安の伝統ドン・キホーテ。お得に買える。
こんなに種類があるっていうのは初めてですね。
来てますね。結構じわりじわりというかと思うんですけども。
今この辺は激辛ってなってます。痛いぐらいの場所で。
すげえよこれ。本当にいいですね。会場か組のんびり。
Japan Hour. Saturday on CNA. Japan Hour is brought to you by Sumitomo Corporation. And Zip Air. Summer fares now available with daily flights.
One last cheer.
One family. One enemy.
One last look.
In 1971, this is the tallest handmade waterfall in the world.
One last show.
Johnny is a legend. Whether he perform or not, we are not quite sure.
One last fight at the June Park. Losing Blackbox. Sunday on CNA.
没有任何一个时期啊，遇到现在这么多的挑战，逼着我们啊靠自己，把这个科技掌握在自己手中，这代表着我们把核心的供应链掌握在自己手中。
The U.S. sanctions on chips definitely will also have an impact upon China's supercomputer development.
Every day, the financial world goes through dramatic rise and falls. We'll track the biggest market movers and show you where the opportunities lie. Get the experts' take on the performance of key indexes. Plus all the analysis to help you understand forces driving the economies. The daily business news you need, only on CMA. This segment is brought to you by Temple, the mattress like no other. This May, traverse from the high octane of Asia's urbanisation to the calm and opulence natural wonderland. Journalist John Lee rediscovers recruits in the world's K-pop capital and examines how the city continues to evolve.
There's this tension of old and new.
Deciphering South Korea, a rich and diverse world of outstanding wildlife in a UNESCO World Heritage Site. The Singapore Botanic Gardens, like you've never seen it before. 1 year in the gardens. A world without elephants or turtles. There are the trailblazing environmentalists making it their life's mission to save these species. The mass extinction. This May on CNA.
The lockdown that scarred a generation.
सबसे बड़ी बात तो ये है कि तालीम एक विंडो है एक पूरी कंप्लीट यूनिवर्स.
Pulau Senang became an island of terror.
Heck with this body. And then we want to burn alive, but very people want to help.
I ran to the shit like the hell.
I think that this is our new world is order.
Our profession was music, and that profession was not welcome.
If you could make omelette, what would you do with that?
We have artificial intelligence, which will tell us which is the best embryo to implant.
We here, it's what needs skin.
Kalau bilang pemain itu kayak ngerasa seneng banget sama musik.
Catch some of these award-winning series all week exclusively. This is Asia Tonight.
Good evening, I'm locals with tonight's top stories. A much anticipated call between the presidents of China and Ukraine, which Volodymyr Zelensky describes as long and meaningful, coming 14 months after Russia's invasion starting deadly and destructive war. EU member Hungary warns that decoupling from Beijing could cripple the European economy. Foreign Minister Peter Szijjártó also tells CNA that recent divisive remarks by France's Emmanuel Macron over China were, quote, refreshing. A US-South Korean deal that deepens joint consultation over the potential deployment of nuclear weapons. President Yoon Suk-yeol to sign off on that accord today with his US counterpart in Washington. Authorities in China dismiss British warnings on a Taiwan attack as little more than clinging to an outdated past, while stating they are ready to face off any European navy heeding the EU policy chief's call to patrol the Taiwan Strait. A shaky 3-day ceasefire barely holding in Sudan, but many people taking no chances, fleeing in their thousands, sparking fears of a dire refugee crisis.
Hello, I'm Dawn Tan. Also tonight, Taiwan says drills starting next month
Ah,
in the
yeah.
Strait will train troops to counter blockades set up in recent rounds of Chinese war games, while the Philippines wraps up its latest and largest ever exercises with the United States in the South China Sea. And later, Vietnam's athletes trying to get in tip-top shape for the SEA Games. Competitors are set to face off in Cambodia starting next week.
And I'm Roland Lim with your business update. A savage sell-off in First Republic shares in the US reignite concerns over the health of the global banking sector. Contagion fears spilling into financial stocks and the broader markets. Plus, Singapore's central bank warns the island nation's near-term outlook remains uncertain and fragile, but sticks to its full-year economic growth forecast.
And Chinese President Xi Jinping has spoken to Ukraine's leader Volodymyr Zelensky for the first time since Russia invaded its neighbor in February last year. And China's foreign ministry says the pair held a phone call, exchanging views on the crisis. Mr. Zelensky described the conversation as, quote, long and meaningful. He said he believes the call, as well as the appointment of Ukraine's ambassador to China, will help further develop bilateral relations. And from what we have, Olivia's shown reporting live from Beijing. Olivia, what else do you know about this phone call? And what could it imply for China's 12-point peace plan proposed in February?
Well, Lisa, you know, this phone call, there had been many questions as to when or whether it would take place.